Hi, guys. My name's Macy, and I'm 17 years old. I was so obsessed with anime that I went to crazy lengths to look like my favorite anime girl. But it nearly cost me everything. Let me tell you about it. You could say I've always been the chubby girl, and that only got worse when I started high school. I found it hard to make friends because I was always so self conscious about my size. In fact, I only really had one close friend, and that's Leo. Me and Leo did everything together. We do things like go hiking and play video games, but our favorite thing to do was hang out and watch anime. But while I just got bigger, the older I got, Leo got really cute. By the time we were 16, he had so many girls after him, it was unbelievable. I felt for Leo bad. So one day, when we were hanging out, I tried to kiss him, but Leo jumped back in shock. Macy, I'm sorry, I have a girlfriend. What? Apparently, Leo had started dating a girl from school named Christina, really rich and snobby and totally plastic. It was like a knife in my gut. After that incident, me and Leo drifted apart. I was losing my only friend. So I knew I had to do something to get his attention. I wanted to be as hot as Christina. So I made a promise to myself. I was going to completely change my appearance. I found something online called anime surgery. As crazy as it sounds, it made you look like an anime character. Tiny waist, big eyes, great cheekbones. Surely that would get Leo's attention, right? However, the surgery cost $5,000 and I didn't have that much. I logged on to my online banking account to check my savings and noticed something weird. It was logged in under Leo's name. He must have used my computer. Unbelievably, he had over $20,000 in there. I knew his parents had a lot of money too. So I got an idea. Could I do it? Would he be mad at me? I was so upset that I just did it. I transferred the money from Leo's account to mine. If he asked me, I could just say I was hacked. I couldn't wait to tell Leo about the surgery. But when I did, he said it was a bad idea. You're going to look stupid, he said. His comments really upset me, but I thought maybe he'd change his mind when he saw me. For the next few weeks, the doctor advised I go on a crash diet. I had to take diet pills and cut out carbs and sugar. It was really tough, but I knew it would be worth it. Then I went in for the surgery. I don't remember anything that happened because I was out cold. I woke up in so much pain, especially around my eyes. I had to wear bandages for 2 weeks, but I was so excited when the day finally came to take them off. And when I did, oh my God, I looked absolutely incredible. I couldn't believe how well it had worked. I'd lost so much weight, and my waist and backside were so tight and shapely. Oh, but the best part was my eyes. They were wide, sparkly, and beautiful. I looked exactly like my favorite anime character. I loved it. When I went back to school, everything changed. Guys were all over me. I even had girls coming up to me asking me how I look so good. I was about to mention the surgery, but I stopped myself. I just dieted and worked out. Oh, and I got some new contact lenses. I actually felt a little embarrassed about the surgery, so I decided to keep it a secret. Later that day, I took a bunch of Instagram photos and suddenly I was bombarded with messages. I was getting called the real life anime girl, and thousands of people were liking my post. Almost overnight, I was an Instagram sensation. But I'll be honest, being drooled over by thousands of strangers was a little creepy. Everyone wanted to be my friends, but it felt as though they didn't care about the real me, just my looks. But pretty soon, something terrifying happened. I looked in the mirror, and one of my eyes had kind of drooped down. I looked more like an alien than an anime girl. I called up the doctor who did my surgery, and he said I'd need regular injections around my eyes to keep them looking like they did. And worst of all, they were $500 per dose. There was no way I could afford that, and I couldn't steal from Leo again. What could I do? I loved my new self and wanted to keep it that way. So I booked in for another round of eye fillers. But my problems didn't stop there. As I was scrolling through my Instagram, I got a message from a familiar name. It was Christina. When I saw what she said, I felt sick to my stomach. I know you had surgery. Stop lying about it, or I'll tell everyone. How did she know? I replied, I didn't have surgery. You have no proof I did. I spent the entire day anxiously waiting for her to say something, but weirdly, she didn't. The next day, I went back for my eye fillers. The injections hurt really badly, and I had to wear band aids around my eyes for 24 hours afterward. When I walked outside, I was still a little woozy, so I didn't notice the person standing there with a phone pointed at me. Smile, Macy, the voice said. Oh my God, it was Christina. She'd followed me? But before I could do anything, she took a picture of me coming out of surgery. And when I got to school Monday, the pictures were everywhere. Hundreds of them. Everywhere I went, people were pointing and sniggering at me. Suddenly, people were avoiding me. The friends I'd made wanted nothing to do with me. To make things worse, the stress made me put weight back on. I couldn't afford any more eye fillers, so my anime look started to fade. I was back to being a chubby, ugly girl, and now everyone knew the truth. Christina even tagged me in the pic on Instagram. Hashtag liar and hashtag thief. Then I realized that Leo must have told her. He was the only one who knew. That day, I caught him alone and I confronted him. Leo, I thought I could trust you, I screamed. But you've made my life 100 times worse. You broke my heart. I didn't even let Leo respond. I just ran off in tears. I couldn't let Christina get away with this. So I did something really bad. I Googled her Instagram name, and it turned out she had a lot of social media profiles. Then I found a post of hers on a forum from a few years ago. The title of the post was Embarrassing Confessions. When I read it, I couldn't believe it. Apparently, Christina used to be a big girl too, and she'd had surgery to make herself thin. She'd even posted before and after pictures of herself. It was the perfect revenge. I printed about 100 copies of the pictures and was ready to stick them around the school, just like she had. I stuck the first one on my locker. But as I turned around, Leo was standing behind me. Macy, this isn't you, he said. You were kind and honest. Now you're stealing money and trying to get petty revenge? It's your fault, I said. Why did you tell Christina I'd had surgery? I never told her anything. The surgeon you saw is her dad. She got the information from him. Oh my God. I'd spent the past few days hating Leo's guts, but he hadn't done anything wrong. I felt like a monster. He was right. Getting back at Christina wouldn't make me any happier. What was I doing? Promise me you won't do this. And I'll make everything better, he said. So I dumped all of the printouts in the trash. I went on Instagram and made a post about how I'd had surgery because I was unhappy with my appearance. Amazingly, everyone was really supportive. Back at school, people suddenly wanted to be my friend again, even though I wasn't the anime girl I'd become known for. Christina even came up to me and apologized. Then she said, "Look after Leo. You're lucky to have him as a friend." I was a bit confused. But then I found out Leo had broken up with her. The same day when I saw Leo again, I couldn't believe what he'd done. He'd gotten anime eye surgery just like me, although mine was actually beginning to wear off and I had no plans to get them done again. Leo, you know that surgery doesn't last forever, right? Pretty soon you'll have droopy eyes like me. But he didn't seem to care. Then I guess we'll be ugly together, just like we used to be. Since all of this happened, I've learned that having one true friend is better than having hundreds of fake ones. And trying to be someone you're not just to impress people only makes you unhappy.
Did you like this story? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Dear Diary as we post new stories every week.